Continuamos con las entrevistas de Pixelatl y creo que honestamente esta les va a gustar muchísimo.
Hi, my name is Matt Brawley, and I am the executive producer and creator of the Disney Channel show Amphibia.
Amphibia quickly became one of the most loved cartoon series of the last 10 years. So for this first question, what do you think was the main reason the audience connected with the Calamity Tree?
I think the most interesting thing to audience members was the idea that three characters, these three girls, were being dropped into the world at three separate locations and having three unique experiences that were changing them in different ways. I think people found that really exciting.
What's the biggest difference between the original Amphibia pitch and the final results after these 3 seasons?
So the original Amphibia story and pitch was a lot grittier, darker. There was more sword fighting and more kind of magic. It was a little bit more like the Dark Crystal or the Hobbit, something like that. And we ended up injecting a lot more comedy into it and a lot more kind of like, you know, the small town of Wartwood, this small farming community. In the very beginning, actually, Anne and Hop Hop and Sprig, they lived out in the middle of nowhere and there was absolutely no other frogs. They were just in the dark forest. So that was, but it was maybe a little too scary. A little too scary.
This is a creepy. Why frogs?
Frogs, because the story is about change, you know?
Okay.
And frogs go through this big change in their life. They start as tadpoles and then they turn into awkward little froglets with legs, and then they turn into full frogs. And so we thought it felt really nice that in this story about Anne, who's transforming into this different person, that it was frogs.
After ending Amphibia, are you satisfied with the series, or are things that you would like to change or redo or remake?
So I'm very satisfied with the series, and I'm so proud of my team. My one big regret is that we never did a stop motion episode, you know what I mean? Like some kind of Halloween episode. I just would have loved to see the characters in 3D.
Final question is kind of hard, because this year is very weird and strange for the animation industry. I mean, budget cuts, cancellations, streaming services merging into another one. So what can we do as an industry, as creators and creatives? What can we do to cope with all these changes?
So it is such a strange place right now, and you know, after a period of rapid expansion, we are seeing the opposite happen, and it's pretty traumatic. I would say the 2 things we can do as a community is what we've always done: make great content, tell great stories. But number 2, we need to be better advocates for ourselves and our peers. You will see issues come up like, oh, this rate isn't high enough, or this schedule is too tight, and it's good to say something. And I think it's more important now than ever.